Scorpions are a German rock band formed in 1965. Since the band's inception, their musical style has ranged from hard rock to heavy metal. The band's only constant member is guitarist Rudolf Schenker, although Klaus Meine has been lead singer for all of their studio albums. They are known for their 1980s rock anthem "Rock You Like a Hurricane", and many singles, such as "No One Like You", "Send Me an Angel", "Still Loving You", and "Wind of Change". The band was ranked No. 46 on VH1's Greatest Artists of Hard Rock program. "Rock You Like a Hurricane" is also No. 18 on VH1's list of the 100 Greatest Hard Rock Songs. The band is one of the World Unregistered Trademark's best-selling bands of all time, with claims of sales over 100 million records worldwide. History, formation and early history. Rudolf Schenker, the band's rhythm guitarist, launched the band in 1965. At first, the band had beat influences and Schenker himself did the vocals. Things began to come together in 1970 when Schenker's younger brother Michael and vocalist Klaus Meine joined the band. In 1972 the group recorded and released their debut album Lonesome Crow, with Lothar Heimberg on bass and Wolfgang Ziani on drums. During the Lonesome Crow tour, Scorpions opened for upcoming British band UFO. Near the end of the tour, guitarist Michael Schenker accepted an offer of lead guitar for UFO. Uli Roth, a friend of the Schenker brothers, was then called in to finish off the tour. The departure of Michael Schenker led to the breakup of the band. In 1973, Uli Roth, who had helped Scorpions complete the Lonesome Crow tour, was offered the role as lead guitarist, but turned the band down, preferring instead to remain in the band Dawn Road. Rudolf Schenker eventually decided that he wanted to work with Roth, but did not want to resurrect the last Scorpions lineup. He attended some of Dawn Road's rehearsals and ultimately decided to join the band, which consisted of Roth, Francis Buchholz, Achim Kirschning and Jan Rosenthal. Roth and Buchholz persuaded Rudolf Schenker to invite Klaus Meine to join on vocals, which he soon did. While there were more members of Dawn Road than Scorpions in the band, they decided to use the Scorpions name because it was well known in the German hard rock scene and an album had been released under that name. Rise to fame. In 1974, the new lineup of Scorpions released Fly to the Rainbow. The album proved to be more successful than Lonesome Crow, and songs such as Speedy's Coming and the title track established the band's sound. Achim Kirschning decided to leave after the recordings. Soon after, Jan Rosenthal had to leave as he was being drafted into the army. In 1976, he would join a German progressive rock band called Eloy, recording 3 albums. He was replaced by a Belgian drummer, Rudy Lenders. In 1975, the band released In Trance, which marked the beginning of Scorpions' long collaboration with German producer Dieter Dierks. The album was a huge step forward for Scorpions and established their heavy metal formula. It garnered a fan base at home and abroad with cuts such as In Trance, Dark Lady, and Robot Man. In 1976, Scorpions released Virgin Killer. The album's cover featured a nude prepubescent girl behind a broken pane of glass. The cover art was designed by Stefan Bohl, who was the product manager for RCA Records, their label at the time. The cover brought the band considerable markets exposure but was subsequently pulled or replaced in other countries. The album itself garnered demographic praise for its music from select critics and fan base. In 2008 this image was blacklisted from the English Wikipedia by the Internet Watch Foundation. See Internet Watch Foundation and Wikipedia. The following year, Rudy Lenders resigned for personal reasons and was replaced by Herman Rebel. For the follow-up Taken by Force, RCA Records made a determined effort to promote the album in stores and on the radio. The album's single, Steamrock Fever, was added to some of RCA's radio promotional records. Roth was not happy with the commercial direction the band was taking. Although he performed on the band's Japan tour, he departed to form his own band, Electric Sun, prior to the release of the resultant double live album Tokyo Tapes. Tokyo Tapes was released in the US and Europe 6 months after its Japanese release. By that time in mid-1978, After auditioning around 140 guitarists, Scorpions recruited guitarist Matthias Jabs. Commercial success: following the addition of Jabs, Scorpions left RCA for Mercury Records in the United States and Harvest EMI Electrola worldwide to record their next album Love Drive. Just weeks after being ejected from UFO for his alcohol abuse, Michael Schenker also returned to the group for a short period during the recordings for the album. This gave the band 3 guitarists. The result was Love Drive, an album which some critics consider to be the pinnacle of their career. Containing such fan favorites as Loving You Sunday Morning, Always Somewhere, Holiday, and the instrumental Coast to Coast, it firmly cemented the Scorpions' formula of hard rock songs mixed with melodic ballads. The album's provocative artwork was named Best Album Sleeve of 1979 by Playboy magazine, yet ultimately changed for American release. Love Drive reached No. 55 on the U.S. charts, demonstrating that the band was gathering an international following. After the completion and release of the album, the band decided to retain Michael in the band, forcing Jabs to leave. However, after a few weeks of the tour, Michael, still coping with alcoholism, missed a number of gigs and at one point collapsed on stage. Jabs was brought back to fill in for him on those occasions when he could not perform. In April 1979, during their tour in France, Jabs was brought in permanently to replace Michael. In 1980 the band released Animal Magnetism, again with a provocative cover, this time showing a girl kneeling and a Doberman Pinscher sitting in front of a man. Animal Magnetism contained classics such as The Zoo, and Make It Real. Soon after the album's release, Meine began experiencing throat problems. He required surgery on his vocal cords and doubts were raised about whether he would ever sing again. Meanwhile, the band began working on their next album, Blackout, in 1981. Don Dokken was brought in to provide guide and backing vocals while Meine recovered. Meine eventually healed completely and was able to finish the album. Blackout was released in 1982 and quickly became the band's best-selling album to date, eventually going platinum. Meine's voice showed no signs of weakness and fan response to the album was good. Blackout spawned 3 singles, Dynamite, Blackout, and No One Like You. Gaining in popularity from their success from Blackout, Scorpions performed to over 375,000 fans on Day 2 at the 3-day U.S. festival concert held in San Bernardino, California during Memorial Day weekend of 1983. The concert was aired live on MTV, giving the band wide exposure in a live show. It was not until 1984 and the release of Love at First Sting that the band finally cemented their status as the internationally popular band they are now known as. Propelled by the single Rock You Like a Hurricane, Love at First Sting climbed the charts and went double platinum in the USA a few months after its release. MTV gave the album's videos Rock You Like a Hurricane, Bad Boys Running Wild, Big City Nights, and the power ballad Still Loving You significant airtime, greatly contributing to the album's success. The channel even supplied Scorpions with the nickname the Ambassadors of Rock, to the chagrin of industry insiders who recognized the executive influence behind the scenes. The Rolling Stone magazine named them the heroes of heavy metal. The band toured extensively behind Love at First Sting and decided to record and release their second live album, Worldwide Live, in 1985. Recorded over a year-long world tour and released at the height of their popularity, the album was another success for the band, peaking at No. 14 in the charts in the US and at No. 18 in the UK. After their extensive world tours, the band finally returned to the studio to record Savage Amusement. Released in 1988, 4 years after their previous studio album, Savage Amusement represented a more polished and mature sound similar to the style Def Leppard had found success with. The album sold well but was considered somewhat of a critical disappointment. However, British heavy rock magazine Kerrang! Did award the album 5 Ks out of 5. On the Savage Amusement tour in 1988, Scorpions became only the second Western group to play in the Soviet Union. Uriah Heep had performed in December 1987 in Leningrad. The following year the band returned to perform at the Moscow Music Peace Festival. As a result, Scorpions developed an extended Russian fan base and still returned to perform. Wishing to distance themselves from the savage amusement style, the band separated from their longtime producer and sixth Scorpion, Dieter Dierks, replacing him with Keith Olsen when they returned to the studio in 1990. Crazy World was released that same year and displayed a less polished sound. The album was propelled in large part by the massive success of the ballad Wind of Change. The song muses on the socio-political changes that were occurring in Eastern Europe and in other parts of the world at the end of the Cold War. On July 21, 1990 they joined many other guests for Roger Waters' massive performance of The Wall in Berlin. Scorpions performed both versions of In the Flesh from The Wall. After the Crazy World tour, Francis Buchholz, the band's long-serving bassist, left the group. Later days, in 1993, Scorpions released Face the Heat. Bass was handled by Ralph Riekemann. For the recording process, Scorpions brought in producer Bruce Fairbairn. The album's sound was more metal than melodic. Neither the heavy metal single Alien Nation, nor the ballad Under the Same Sun came close to matching the success of Wind of Change. Face the Heat was a moderate success. In 1995, a new album, Live Bites, was produced. The disc documented retro live performances from their Savage Amusement tour in 1988, all the way through the Face the Heat tour in 1994. While the album had a technologically cleaner sound in comparison to their best-selling live album, Worldwide Live, it was not as successful. Prior to recording their 13th studio album, 1996's Pure Instinct, drummer Herman Rebel left the band to set up a recording label. Kurt Kress took charge of the drumsticks for the album before Louisville, Kentucky-born James Kotak took over permanently. The album had many ballads. Still, the album's singles Wild Child, and the soothing ballad You and I, both enjoyed moderate success. 1999 saw the release of Eye to Eye and a significant change in the band's style, mixing in elements of pop and techno. While the album was slickly produced, the video to the album's first European single, To Be No A1, featured a Monica Lewinsky look-alike which did little to improve its popularity. The following year, Scorpions had an artistic collaboration with the Berlin Philharmonic that resulted in a 10-song album named Moment of Glory. The album went a long way toward rebuilding the band's reputation after the harsh criticism of Eye to Eye. However, critics accused them of following on the coattails of Metallica's similar collaboration with the San Francisco Symphony which had been released the previous year, even though the orchestra had first approached Scorpions with the idea in 1995. In 2001, Scorpions released Acoustica, a live unplugged album featuring acoustic reworkings of the band's biggest hits, plus new tracks. While appreciated by fans, the lack of a new studio album was frustrating to some, and Acoustica did little to return the band to the spotlight. In 2004, the band released Unbreakable, an album that was hailed by critics as a long-awaited return to form. The album was the heaviest the band had released since Face the Heat. Whether a result of poor promotion by the band's label or the long time between studio releases, Unbreakable received little airplay and did not chart. Scorpions toured extensively behind the album and played as special guests with Judas Priest during the 2005 British tour. These were the Scorpions' first dates in the UK since 1999. In early 2006, Scorpions released the DVD One Night in Vienna that included 14 live tracks and a complete rock commentary. In LA, the band spent about 4 months in the studio with producers James Michael and Desmond Child working on a concept album titled Humanity, Our Eye, which was released in late May 2007, and was followed by the Humanity World Tour. In 2007, the band collaborated with 2 of their signature tracks in the video game series, Guitar Hero. No One Like You was featured on the Rock's The 80s version of the game while Rock You Like a Hurricane was released on Guitar Hero 3, Legends of Rock. On May 14, 2007, Scorpions released Humanity Our Eye in Europe. Humanity Our Eye became available in the US on August 28 on New Door Records, entering the Billboard charts at number 63. In a September 2007 podcast interview, Meine said the album was not so much a concept album, but rather a collection of songs with a common theme. "We didn't want to make another record with songs about boys chasing girls. I mean, come on, give me a break," Meine said. Asked in 2007 if the band was planning to release a Humanity Hour 2, Meine replied, "On December 20, 2007, Scorpions played at a concert for the elite of Russia unregistered trademark S security forces in the Kremlin. The concert was a celebration of the 90th anniversary of the founding of the Czech predecessor of the KGB. The band has claimed that they thought they were performing a Christmas concert. They have said that their concert was by no means a tribute to the Schenker, communism, or Russia's brutal past." Members of the audience included Vladimir Putin and Dmitry Medvedev. On February 21, 2009, Scorpions received Germany's Echo Honorary Award for Lifetime Achievement at Berlin's O2 World. Sting in the Tail, touring and next album. In November 2009, Scorpions announced that their 17th studio album, Sting in the Tail, would be released in early 2010, recorded in Hanover with Swedish producers Mikael Nord-Andersson and Martin Hansson. Sting in the Tail was released on March 23, 2010. On January 24, 2010, the band announced their intentions for Sting in the Tail to be their last album, with the tour supporting it being their final tour, although the band later made the decision to continue recording past the end of the tour. Dokken was scheduled to open for them but cancelled after a dispute. On April 6, 2010, Scorpions were enshrined in Hollywood's Rock Walk in a handprint ceremony, with the band members placing their hands in a long slab of wet cement next to other musical artists. An album of re-recordings of older songs, Come Black, was released on November 7, 2011. Frontman Klaus Meine was asked in a July 2011 interview about the future of Scorpions and whether the band was going to make another album. He replied, "Our newest project comes out in the next few months. It gives you a chance to experience the Scorpions in 3D. You can actually feel the smoke string out of the guitar like it is a live show. It is an incredible experience." The DVD features our concerts in 3D in Germany. We are just about to do the mix and it should be in the Middle East and Saudi Arabia hopefully soon. Indeed, the strong 3D technology makes us feel like pioneers after all these years. We have an album coming out later this year featuring classics. You know our love for them. The 60s was the era for our inspiration. Our movie documentary also is soon to be released. We have cameras with us on tours, so this documentary is being made during our tours. It also gives you a picture of the Scorpions' career and journey. Almost a year in advance it was announced Scorpions would headline the Wacken Open Air Festival on August 4. Despite ongoing rumors of a breakup or retirement, guitarist Matthias Jabs told AZ Central on June 12, 2012 that Scorpions would not be splitting up. A month later, Jabs told Billboard magazine that the band has been working on an album that will contain unreleased songs they recorded for the albums Blackout, Love at First Sting, Savage Amusement and Crazy World and plan to release it in 2014. In April Scorpions announced shows in Russia and Belarus with an orchestra in October 2013. On 11th, 12th and 14th September 2013, the Scorpions played 3 MTV Unplugged concerts at the Lycabettus Theatre in Athens. On November 6, 2013 they announced 4 more MTV Unplugged concert in Germany 2014. In December 2013 in an interview at Rock Show radio program in Greece, Klaus Meine said he is not sure if the album that will contain unreleased songs they recorded for the albums Blackout, Love at First Sting, Savage Amusement and Crazy World is going to be released in 2014 or later on. Ontario, 2014 Scorpions were nominated for 2 Echo Awards for their MTV Unplugged. Band members, current members, Rudolf Schenker rhythm and lead guitars, backing vocals, lead vocals and They Need a Million, Hey You, and Love Is the Answer, Klaus Meine lead vocals, guitars, Matthias Jabs lead and rhythm guitars, backing vocals, James Kotak drums, backing vocals, Poya Marsiwada bass, backing vocals, Former members: Lothar Heimberger Euro bass, backing vocals, Wolfgang Ziner Euro drums, percussion, backing vocals, Karl-Heinz Vollmer Euro lead and rhythm guitars, backing vocals, Michael Schenker Euro lead and rhythm guitars, backing vocals, Francis Buchholz Euro bass, backing vocals, Uli John Rather Euro lead and rhythm guitars, backing vocals, lead vocals on Drifting Sun, Fly to the Rainbow, Dark Lady, Sun in My Hand, Hellcat, Polar Nights, Ja 1/4 Gen Rosenthal Euro drums, percussion, backing vocals, Achim Kirschning Euro keyboards, Rudi Lenders Euro drums, percussion, Joe Wyman, drums, percussion, Herman Rebel Euro drums, percussion, backing vocals, Russ Powell, bass, Ralph Riekemann Euro bass, backing vocals, Kurt Kress Euro drums, percussion, Ken Taylor Euro bass, backing vocals, Ingo Powitzer Euro bass, backing vocals, manager. Leber Krebs, Doc McKee, Peter F. Amend, Stuart Young, Tom Consolo, Steve Martin, Timeline. Discography. Studio albums: Lonesome Crow, Fly to the Rainbow, In Trance, Virgin Killer, Taken by Force, Love Drive, Animal Magnetism, Blackout, Love at First Sting, Savage Amusement, Crazy World, Face the Heat, Pure Instinct, Eye to Eye, Moment of Glory, Unbreakable, Humanity, Our Eye, Sting in the Tail, Come Black, Live Albums, Tokyo Tapes, Worldwide Live, Live Bites, Acoustica, Live at Wacken Open Air 2006, Live 2011 Euro Get Your Sting and Blackout, MTV Unplugged in Athens, Tours. The Scorpions played around 5,000 concerts in over 80 countries. 1972, Lonesome Crow Tour, 1974, Fly to the Rainbow Tour, 1975 Euro 1976, In Trance Tour, 1976, Virgin Killer Tour, 1977 Euro 1978, Taken by Force Tour, 1979, Love Drive Tour, 1980, Animal Magnetism Tour, 1982 Euro 1983, Blackout Tour, 1984 Euro 1986, Love at First Sting Tour, 1988 Euro 1989, Savage Amusement Tour, 1990 Euro 1991, Crazy World Tour, 1993. Euro 1994, Face the Heat Tour, 1996 Euro 1997, Pure Instinct Tour, 1999, Eye to Eye Tour, 2000, Moment of Glory Tour, 2001, Acoustica Tour, 2002, Scorpions Tour 2002, 2003, Scorpions Tour 2003, 2004 Euro 2006, Unbreakable World Tour, 2007 Euro 2009, Humanity World Tour, 2010 Euro 2014, Get Your Sting and Blackout World Tour 2010-2011, Get Your Sting and Blackout. 11, 2011, 2012, Final Sting, 2013 Euro Present, Rock 'n' Roll Forever Tour. In other media, musical theatre, the Scorpions' song Wind of Change appears in the off-Broadway production Power Ballads. Awards and honors: 1975, Best German Live Band, 1976, Album of the Year in Germany Virgin Killer, 1979, Playboy Magazine, Best Artwork of the Year for the Love Drive cover, 1985, Entry into the Golden Book of Hanover, 1986, Bravo Otto Band in Silver category Hard and Heavy, 1991, Bravo Otto in Gold category Band Hard and Heavy, 1991, Invitation to the Kremlin, Reception at the former Soviet state and party leader Mikhail Gorbachev, 1992, Bravo Otto in Bronze category Band Hard and Heavy. 1992, World Music Award as the most successful German rock act, 1992, Echo as the best national group, 1992, Europe Golden, 1994, World Music Award, 1998, Radio Regenbogen Award Rock International, 2000, Town of Hanover Plaque, 2000, Entry into the Golden Book of Hanover, 2000, Cultural Prize of the City of Hanover, 2001, Scorpion Street in Leganés, Spain, 2009, Echo Lifetime Achievement, 2010, Star on the Hollywood Rock Walk Los Angeles, 2010, Rock Legend Award The World Music Award, 2010. Special postage stamp Scorpions to the Brazil Tour, published by the Brazilian Post, 2010, Lifetime Achievement Awards, The Hard Rock Café Chain, 2011, Radio Regenbourgen Award in the category Lifetime Rock, 2011, Pioneer of Pop Award of SW3 New Pop Festival, 2011, Metal Guru Award from Classic Rock, 2012, CGDC Award for Music for Dialogue from the Center for Global Dialogue and Cooperation, 2012, Deutsche Nachhaltigkeitspreis des Star-Currency DTE und Gemeinde, 2013, Steiger Award. See also, List of best-selling music artists, List of artists who reached #1 on the U.S. Mainstream Rock Chart, references. External links, official website, unofficial Scorpions Facebook group hosted by Dan Schenker, official website Big City Nights The Scorpions film, documentary, official Scorpions profile on AllMusic, photos from concert Scorpions in Minsk April 29, 2010, Final World Tour, photos from press conference Scorpions in Minsk April 29, 2010, Scorpions Live Photo Gallery.